All right, we're going to do the pencil shading exercise. We'll call it homework, but we'll work on it now. And basically what we'll need is just our pencil and just a regular pencil, and then an extra piece of paper to protect our hand and our paper from smudging. So what you'll see in this paper is basically these empty boxes, and you just match the value shading that you see with the box that's next to it. So with this, I have to match this gradient that I'm seeing from all the way dark to all the way to all the grays and then a little bit of white at the bottom, okay? So it's easy enough to do. I sharpen my pencil really nice and sharp, and you want to keep sharpening it as you go because you'll see with these different ones that you'll have to get into some tight corners like you see in here and here, okay? So I'm maybe I'll start with this one at the top. So what you'll see is I'm going to always like rotate my paper as I'm working to make it more easy for myself. Okay, so I like to work from darkest to lightest. So I will start with the darkest side and just match the value that I'm seeing. And it's pretty much all the way black at the top, so I'm going to try and match that. Okay, now if I was to be really lazy in doing this, I would just kind of ease up my pressure, and then by the bottom, good to go. And this is good. I created that gradient from darkest to lightest like I'm seeing here, but then I have all this extra stuff on the side. So I want to make sure that this little exercise is really well done, and I work on controlling my pencils much better. Try and create that nice, smooth blend from all the way black to all the grays in between, and then all the way to white. Okay, so we're just going, since value is such a smudgy way of making art, using a lot of value with our pencils, we just want to try to establish good control from the very beginning. So there we go, that's better. Okay, and just remember that this is all about pressure on your pencil. You can create a lot of shading just with the pressure of your pencil and paying attention to pressure. Okay, now this is nice, good. I have my transition from black to, all the way white and the grays in between, okay? Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna skip down to this circular one. I'm gonna do all of these, but I'm gonna skip down to the circular one because I want you to be aware of a couple things. Okay, now some of these are a little awkward for us to do, and just people don't typically think about the fact that they can rotate the paper as they're working with it to make it easier for themselves. So, I want to do this like darker part right here and work from dark to light, but maybe my hand doesn't feel good working that way. So I'm gonna rotate the paper just to make it easier for myself. Okay. And another thing I want to pay attention to is the fact that this is round, so I don't want to shade it in with straight lines because then that'll flatten out this round object. I want to kind of twist my wrist and hand so that it fills in that circular object in a circular round way. I'm going to keep this extra piece of paper underneath my hand just in case I accidentally smudge anything. So just do that as you're working with all of these, because as you work from one to the next, your hand will definitely smudge and mess up your hard work. This one I really have to rotate a lot. Now, the video will probably run out before the time I'm finished shading this in, but just know that I'm going to match the values that I'm seeing, go from darkest to light, that bright white highlight right there, and then I also have to do the background as well. Okay, so just remember, keep your keep an extra paper around to prevent your hand from smudging all your work, and to keep everything nice and neat and clean. Sharpen your pencil again if you need to, and just match everything you see from the boxes and the shading and everything. So I'm gonna let you continue to do that.